An explosion in Beirut rocks Lebanon's capital city. At least 100 persons lost their lives and 4,000 persons are hurt in a massive explosion that shook Beirut on Tuesday. Hundreds have been reported missing in the aftermath of the blast, raising fears that the number of persons who have lost their lives will increase. It's still unclear what exactly caused the explosion. Lebanon's Prime Minister said that an investigation would focus on an estimated 2,750 metric tons of the explosive ammonium nitrate that was being stored at a warehouse. Beirut's governor has said that the blast caused up to $5 billion worth of damage. A massive explosion ripped through central Beirut on Tuesday, causing dozens of persons to lose their lives. It caused injury to thousands and damaged many windows in buildings across the city. The blast near Beirut's port sent up a huge mushroom cloud-shaped shockwave, flipping cars and damaging distant buildings. It was felt as far as Cyprus, which is hundreds of miles away from Beirut, and it also registered as a 3.3 magnitude earthquake in the Lebanese city. Lebanon's Prime Minister Hassan Diab has mentioned that 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate, a highly explosive material used in fertilizers and other things, had been stored for 6 years at a port warehouse without safety measures, which endangered the safety of citizens. The Prime Minister called the storage of the material unacceptable and called for an investigation into the cause of the blast, with the results released within 5 days. Lebanon's General Security Chief Abbas Ibrahim has said that the highly explosive material had been confiscated years earlier and stored in the warehouse, just minutes walk from Beirut's shopping and nightlife districts. Initial reports blamed the explosion on a major fire at a warehouse for firecrackers near the port. The loss of life toll from the blast is likely to continue to climb as more bodies are pulled from the wreckage. At least 78 people are known to have passed away, and a further 4,000 persons are hurt. There are many people missing until now. People are asking the emergency department about their loved ones, and it is difficult to search at night because there is no electricity. We are facing a real catastrophe, and we need time to assess the extent of the damages. A red cloud hung over the city in the wake of the explosion, which took place just after 6 p.m. local time, as firefighting teams rushed to the scene to try to put out the initial fire. Footage from the scene captured the injured staggering through streets in the capital, and ambulances, cars, and military vehicles packed with the wounded. One resident has said that the scenes look like an apocalypse. At least 10 firefighters are missing, according to the citizen's governor Marwan Aboud, who said that the scene reminded him of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In my life, I haven't seen destruction on this scale. This is a national catastrophe. The Australian Prime Minister has said that at least one Australian lost his life in the blast, and the Australian Embassy building has been significantly compromised. The blast comes at a tense time in Lebanon. On Friday, a UN-backed panel is expected to issue a verdict on the 2005 loss of life of former Prime Minister Rafik Hariri, a move many fear will stoke sectarian tensions. The country is also in the midst of an economic meltdown, with ballooning unemployment, a tanking currency, and poverty rates soaring above 50%. Emergency wards are inundated with the persons who are hurt, while the Lebanese Red Cross implored the public on Twitter to donate blood to help the wounded. One of Beirut's major hospitals, Hotel Du, received around 400 injured persons. The Secretary General of the Khatib political party, Nazar Nazaran, has passed after being injured in the explosion. The U.S. Embassy in Beirut has urged those in the area of the explosion to stay indoors and wear masks if available, due to reports of toxic gases being released from the blast. The explosion damaged buildings across the city, including the official residence of Lebanon's president, the headquarters of former Prime Minister Said Hariri, and CNN's bureau in downtown Beirut. Homes as far as 10 kilometers away were damaged, and even people on the distant islands of Cyprus felt the blast. One Beirut resident, who was several kilometers away from the site of the blast, said her windows had been shattered by the explosion. What I felt, I thought it was an earthquake. The apartment shook horizontally, and all of a sudden it felt like an explosion, and the windows and doors burst open. The glass just broke. So many homes were damaged and destroyed. You can see injured people all over the streets in Beirut, glass all over the place, cars are damaged. It is like an apocalypse. It is very, very frightening what is happening right now, and people are panicking. The emergency services are overwhelmed. Beirut's port is totally destroyed. The port is the primary entry point for most of Lebanon's import. The U.S. president has offered sympathy and assistance to the people of Lebanon, referring to the incident as a terrible attack. Lebanese officials have not called the explosion an attack. When asked if he was confident if the explosion was an attack, the president said it seems like it. It was based on what the U.S. military officials have told him. Comments down below. Let me know what you think about this catastrophe that is ongoing in Lebanon. Thanks for watching.